welcome everybody. It's great to have you here today with us. My name is Kathy Kent Toney, and I am the owner of Kent Business Solutions, and we're all about helping organizations become profitable beyond their imagination. And one thing I love to do is to bring thought leaders to the table through interviews, blogs, and newsletters. And today I have the pleasure of talking with Isaac Wabua. He is a speaker and a coach with Synergy Business Solutions, which is his own company. And he'll be talking on the big topic of how to increase our self-confidence. Welcome, Isaac. It's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Kathy.
Oh, sure. So let's start off, first of all, with defining what self-confidence is. What is your definition?
That's a big question. And I don't think there's really a universal definition for self-confidence. I believe confidence it's more of a skill, it's more of a trait that we develop, it's more of an ability that we develop. And in my opinion, I think it's the ability to be able to go after the things that you want to go after, to be able to ask for the things that you want, to just step out there and be okay, being able to either make fun of yourself or succeed or fail. It doesn't matter. Just having that ability to step out of your comfort zone. I think that's what confidence is all about.
Yeah. And it's also being kind of kind to yourself, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah. So next question, does a lack of self-confidence have anything to do with your past?
To an extent, yes. And I don't think people really lack confidence. They just don't have enough of it, because there's no way you can have lack of confidence every single day. Sometimes even during the day, you have a lot of confidence, especially in the morning, because you've not been beat up by what's happening out there. And then as the day goes by, you find that it goes down. So to an extent, yes, your past can have something to do with insufficient self-confidence, or at least fading of your self-confidence.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I've definitely experienced that myself. Start off the day just brimming with self-confidence, and then something happens and, kind of stagger around a little bit. It's like, well, no, just keep forging ahead and just, do the things that's on my plate to do today.
Yeah, that's true. And when you think about it, with the self-confidence, there's a combination of factors that contribute towards that. Sometimes it's something that has been said to you, something that happened, or something that you're trying to accomplish, and it doesn't come out the way you wanted it to be. And then an aspect of self-doubt kicks in. You start questioning yourself and your abilities and your capabilities. So it's a combination of all these things. So going back to the question of how your past can affect your self-confidence, it depends with the environment that you grew up in. If you grew up in a family that was loving and affirming, you are likely to have high self-esteem and high self-confidence. If they told you you can accomplish anything that you want and that you put your mind into, you are likely to have that aspect of self-confidence. On the other side, if you grew up in a family that somehow you are being put down and you are told you're not good enough, you are being compared with your siblings or your cousins, and then you go to school and it doesn't make it any better because the grading system doesn't help us much. You feel like you have to be a straight A student. If you're a C student, then you feel like you're not good enough. And I'm saying this because I went through this myself. I grew up in an environment where you are either number one in class or you're a failure. Even when you get a B or a B plus in terms of the grading, then you are not good enough. So I was made to believe that I have to be an A student, and not just an A student. I had to be number one. If there was someone else who had an A, then that did not count. So there was that much pressure. But I came to realize it's not all about being number one. It's about being your best. And that's really a message that personally I'm pushing this year. I'm telling my community and the people that I interact with that your best is the best. Your best is the best, and all that is needed is your best. So the environment that you grow up in has a big impact on your self-confidence. If even when you grow up with high self-confidence and somehow you get married to someone who is putting you down, who doesn't believe you're good enough, your self-confidence is likely to go down. Now, Your past can be as recent as a few years ago. It can be as way back as when you were young. So yes, the past has and some kind of an impact on your self-confidence.
Yeah, I could really relate when you were talking about grades. It's like I had to be number one in the class. I had to get the most A's. So I definitely relate to that. And, you know, that really kind of contributes to my overachieving that I've, you know, gone through most of my life because my parents really expected a lot of me. And, you know, and there are times, you know, I just had an experience recently that kind of took a dent in my self-confidence. And, you know, I just think if you can just learn from that and work through those things, that will just help you grow your self-confidence. It's just overcoming those obstacles and those barriers that you've had in your life. It makes, you know, that's the only way to go about it.
I agree. And I like you know, the word overcoming. It's not about getting rid of your challenges and obstacles that you have. It's being able to overcome those. And like I said in the beginning, self-confidence is more of an ability and a skill that you can develop. That means you can get confidence on call, on demand. Something happens and it knocks you down. There are a few things that you can do to regain that confidence, at least to get move forward. Is the ability to go after the things that you want. So if you face an obstacle, there are some things that you can do physically and mentally and emotionally to be able to overcome that and go to the next level. And the problem is, if you don't take those actions proactively, then your confidence is going to go down and you're going to have self-doubt. And at some point, you are likely to say, this is not going to work. And then you give up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's so true. And so, Isaac, you are coming back next week to talk a little bit more about the subject of self-confidence. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so the subject of confidence is really wide. It's a wide subject. We can talk about that all day and for days. But next week, when we come back, really what I want to share is some of the strategies and tactics on how to regain your confidence. It's not lost. Really, your past does not equal your present. And there's some things that you can do. Like I said, you can have self-confidence on demand. These are things that I do. This is not theory. It's not a myth. So we'll talk about those strategies and also how to overcome any kind of any kind of traumatizing past in terms of, you know, your confidence being put down. You can get past that, how to anticipate growing that confidence, and how to even to an extent get a promotion if you have a job, how to grow your business if you have a business, how to lead your team if you have a team, because of the confidence. Really, confidence opens so many doors for you. And next week we are going to show you some of the strategies that you can use on demand. It doesn't have to take months or years. It's something that you can do within minutes and you'll be able to go.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know about the rest of you. I sure am. So anyway, thanks for joining us, Isaac. This was really good. And we are looking forward to having you back next week. And thanks everybody for listening, and you have a blessed day. Bye.